create an effective and hard-to-crack password for your computer, you need to check a few important things.
What are those, Nandita ma'am?
First of all, check the length of password. The longer the password, it is more difficult to be cracked by a hacker. Although, it would be quite difficult to remember a very long password with more than 12 different characters. However, it is recommended that you ensure that at least it has minimum 8 characters. To make the password more complicated, it is recommended that you use mixed type of characters in your password. The password can contain random combination of alphabets, numbers, permitted special characters, including upper and lower cases. While creating a password, do not make the password so complicated and lengthy that it becomes difficult for you to remember it yourself. A very easy method of creating a very complicated password is by using characters from a paraphrase that only you can remember very easily. To create such a password, use a paraphrase that is based on a sequence of events. Here is an illustration. The password MFSWDPSIN08 comes from the first letters of each word used in the sentence and the last 2 numbers given at its end. My first school was Delhi Public School in 2008. Such a password would be very easy for you to remember at all times, but quite difficult for others to crack. You can create a similar password and use it as the basic password for a few days. After that, you can create variations in the same password and use it to access other personal sites. For example, you can create a password for your email from the same password just by changing a character or 2. For a password for your email, you can add a suffix like #e at the end. It would look like this. For your bank account, you can add $B at the end. Then the password would like this. This way, you can make the password difficult for the hacker to guess or crack. So, once you have chosen the sentence, it will always come in front of your eyes whenever you want to access any personal sites. Also, at the same time, it is now arguably very strong and difficult to guess by anyone beside you. This example sentence that I have used is only for you to understand how to create a complicated password. To make the password even more complicated by having every alternate or third letter in capitals, you can also use a line of a song or a poem that you know very well to create a complicated password. After creating a complicated password and use it to your personal sites, you should remember to keep it a secret. You should never tell the password to anyone. Even if you want to share all your intimate details to your very close buddies or friends, avoid sharing your password. Many people have faced troubles just by sharing their password to close associates or family members. Just to display total faith and trust in close friends, some people shared their password too, and later regretted when the things fell apart. Another important thing about password is that you should change the password periodically to avoid any pilferage by hackers. There are many sites which send mail requesting you to log in and change your password. This type of mail comes from sites that pose as trustworthy entry, but in fact, they are after your personal details. Such activities are called phishing. Never fall into these phishing traps if you wish to protect your password and other personal information. To avoid phishing traps, be very careful when you click on a link sent to you which is asking you to log in, change your password, or provide any other personal information. The requirement might be from a phishing scam where the information you are entering reaches a hacker. If you are ever in doubt when you open a site, just log on manually by typing the site's URL into your browser. This is the safest way to avoid any traps, and so is called the golden rule.
So if I type the URL and not directly click on a site, am I safe from viruses and hackers?
Yes, Rajesh. With all sites are associated other sites, and some of them may be malicious. So if you type just the URL, it will open only that site and no other.